Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Bigelow, and this will be my demonstration speech on how to do a proper bicep curl using a barbell and doing a proper bench press while using a barbell. In my demonstration, I'll be using this handy dandy broom as my bicep bar and my bench press bar. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to get this weight off me. It's got a little weight to it, but I think I'll be able to manage it. First things first, we're going to go over the incorrect way of how to do a bicep curl, and I'll also show you demonstrations of how I've seen it. Okay, one way I've seen it done incorrectly is you'll see somebody at the gym, they'll have the bar like so, and then their arms won't be shoulder width apart. This is very dangerous. This will cause a lot of unnecessary stress on your elbows, wrist, and depending on how you lift it, it can cause unnecessary stress on your lower back as well. Another way I've seen it done incorrectly is they'll have their hands this wide out and their elbows will be slightly bent. That's the last thing you want there too, because you're not getting a full contraction if your elbow is already bent. Because if your elbow's already bent, as soon as you bring it up, you're going to bring it right back to where you just had it. Muscle memory, you're going to come right back to where it was. You're not getting the full contractions, so therefore you're not going to get the full results. Another thing I've always seen in the gym, I actually seen this first thing this morning when I went. There was a guy in there. He had about, I think he had 4 plates on each side. He's just over there. He's going to town, just, making noises, screaming, all noises. But then again, to the untrained eye, he's moving a lot of weight. He must be a really strong guy. He's got 4 plates and he's just moving it. But to the trained eye, his elbows are slightly bent, so therefore he's not getting the full contraction. And second off, he's using momentum to bring the weights up, so he's not really working the muscle to his full potential of using that exercise. Okay, these are a few variations of how it's done incorrectly. Now we're going to go over the proper way of how to do it correctly. Alright, first things first, you want to ensure that you have the bar shoulder width apart. Right here. You don't want it any further than that, and you don't really necessarily want it any closer than that because you can put unnecessary strain in your elbows or your wrists. Okay, now before we even start getting into lifting the weight, we want to concentrate on the muscle that is going to be worked for that exercise. So for this exercise, you want to concentrate on your bicep. You want to ensure that you're concentrating on your bicep so that your bicep contracts, brings the weights up, and slowly brings the weights down. Okay? Because if you're not concentrating on your bicep, that means your body's going to find the easiest way possible to move the weight. Because working out is stress on the body, and the last thing your body wants is to be stressed. So therefore, you have to constantly concentrate on ensuring that you are doing the exercise the correct way. Even if you have to sit there and look at your arm and think in your head, curl up, go down, curl up, go down. Even if you have to do it that much. That's one of the ways that I've seen it done, and that's pretty much what I use in order to ensure that I'm doing the exercise the correct way and make sure I'm not breaking my form or doing anything that will cause any serious injury to myself or to anyone around me. Now, since we're done with biceps, we're going to get over into bench press. Bench press, these guys, I've seen this done some funky ways. Okay, one pet peeve that I know is incorrect that you should probably never, and I say never use. This is extremely for the professional bench pressers. If you're not a professional bench presser, do not do this exercise. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Having your thumbs on the outside of the bar. This is very, very dangerous if you do not know what you're doing. Depending on how much weight you have, you don't even really need a whole lot of weight. You could crack your ribs, crack everything. You could probably kill yourself if you do this incorrect. So the last thing you want is your thumbs on the outside. You're going to bring those little bad boys right around to the front and lock them to your fingers, so that way you have that last line of defense. Say for instance, you get sweaty hands, or if you push up a little too fast, you'll still have that last line of defense to keep you safe. Okay. Now, once you bring the weight off the bar. Slowly bring it down, touch your chest, and then how you're going to move the weights up is you're going to contract your chest and straighten your arms. Shouldn't be any more than contracting your chest, straighten your arms. Contract your chest, straighten your arms. So that's the only thing that needs to be moving. Your body doesn't need to be moving. Your feet don't need to be moving. You don't need to be pushing off your workout partner or anything. This is where you need to be, right here. Straight up. Slowly bring it down. Touch the chest. One thing I've always seen a lot of guys do is the doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. You're not getting a full contraction because you're pretty much just moving the weight. You're not actually lifting the weights. You have to lift it controlled. Push it out. Slowly bring it down. Push it back out. Okay, that's controlled contractions. So therefore you're going to get the most out of your workout by doing it this way. So that way all those hours in the gym won't be wasted because you were doing it incorrect. Trust me. Try it out. I can guarantee you it'll feel a whole lot different, and you'll probably go down in weight because you'll be doing the exercise right, but you'll still see massive improvements. Okay, a lot of guys in the gym, they don't want to go down in weight. They want to go in the gym and lift everything they can lift because, you know, we all have egos, and we need to stroke our egos when we're in the gym a lot of the time. So I'm not one of those guys. I'd rather do the exercise right and get the full benefits of the full contraction than go in there, do it wrong, and just have a bunch of people looking at me. So hopefully this demonstration speech was informative, and hopefully you can use it in your everyday life. And thank you for your time this evening, and good night.